Welcome to the iNetrepreneur Radio Show. We are so honored to bring you your host, the ultimate celebritypreneur, connecting businesses and celebrities worldwide. Winner of the Networking Organization of the Year, best-selling author, magazine publisher, trainer, and owner and founder of Network Together and the iNetrepreneur Media Network from magazines, TV, and radio network. We're excited to bring you your host, Mr. Robert W. Jones.
Wow, I haven't seen myself run in video that many times ever. This is great. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm Robert W. Jones, owner and founder of the iNetrepreneur Network and the creative thought leader behind the Art of Connection movement. We have a special Art of Connection Radio Network series talking about the art of connection with our illustrious writers here today. And I am with my famous publishing wife, Miss Natalie McQueen. Hello, Natalie.
Hi, Robert. This is so exciting. We are launch day today. So this is when we get to meet some of the authors. We get to encourage people to go out there and share, get the message out, and then to actually see our numbers increase and the impact that we can make around the world. So yay.
It's pretty amazing. And one of the things that I'm sharing something in each different segment that we have with the Art of Connection is, you may not know this, but in the first book we had 122 first time published authors that are in the Library of Congress and reached #1 international best-selling status. I actually had reached out to the Guinness Book of World Records to see if that was a record. And they said, well, we don't have a record for that. But they said, if you did, that probably would be a record. So I just want you all to know that that was a pretty exciting time for all of us. Again, the #1 international award-winning book series, The Art of Connection, our 4th volume is out for everyone. It's 365, yet there's 366 pages in that book of quotes because of leap year, but we say 365 to keep it congruent. Is available. It is available. You can go to mybook.to/Art of Connection 4. That's Art of Connection 4 to get your Kindled specially priced book right now. Right, Natalie?
Absolutely. We've got the Kindle at $1.99. And as Robert said earlier in one of the interviews, why is it $1.99, not $99? Because it's such a massive book. We've got 365 pages just of amazing authors, and then we've got the front and back. So I think it's 388 pages total. It's a beautiful big book.
It's a 2.1 pound book, everyone. So once we get, I'm gonna carry around like 8.4 pounds of books just by having one book each. Okay, so we're excited. So I wanted to start this off today, and Tania, I will start with you. Just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, and where you're located right now, and do that in just about a minute or less.
All right. So thank you for having me here. Yes, I'm Tania. I'm born in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. But today, actually, I'm in the beautiful city of Ottawa. And what I do is, Robert, it's I feel my whole life has been in that teaching mode. And even though I follow that profession of becoming a teacher and then doing my master's and so forth and staying in that space, I think it's ultimately really about helping people in a much more meaningful way. So it's not in that structured way, but really finding a way to bring out the best in everyone. And I think when you're living your true self, that's when you are operating at your best. So basically, I've stepped off the ladder, and I'm coaching, I'm speaking, and I'm giving workshops on how to bring out, that inner self and really.
And you reminded of me of something, and it kind of came back to me, and I've been saying it a lot. And I just wanted to say, entrepreneurs spend far too much time, working on what they do, and not enough time many times working on who they are. And one thing I love about the book, The Art of Connection, is that it allows us to create a purposeful pause to actually reflect on some things as we're giving the gift to the rest of the world. And Tania, you with your teaching background, when we were talking, it kind of reminded me. So I wanted to gift that to you right now.
Thank you.
Tania Sofia Acosta, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do, and where are you located right now?
Hello, Robert. Hello, Natalie. I am here in Central Phoenix, Arizona, and thank you for having me on today. I really appreciate, and I really appreciate it as well. I really enjoy being part of the publication and the whole network that all of you have created.
Thank you for that, and I appreciate that, and a little bit about what you offer people.
Sure. Primarily, I am life coach, hypnotherapist, somatic coach, and so on and so forth. In other words, I work on giving my clientele a multimodal approach to solving the issues that they need. My sweet spot is much about what you were just talking about with Tania. Am I pronouncing it correct? With
It's Tanya, but that's fine.
Tania. Okay, our names get confused easy. Tania.
Right?
Anyway.
Tania.
My sweet spot is helping people find their true authenticity, and as well what it looks like when you don't have that. I know that very well from my own personal voyage, which I don't have to go into, but some of the things feel like you're living for somebody else, or you might live a dual life, or people pleasing, all those types of things. But when you actually come into contact with who you really are, and live that life, that just translates into not just business, but every area of your life to bring fulfillment.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And Eric, I'm bringing Eric. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, not how you do it, but maybe where you're located. And and I just want to say, I thank you so much. You support service members and vets like myself, and I just do want to say thank you for that.
You're welcome, and thank you to yourself and Natalie for having me on here today. And being part of the Art of Connection. It's amazing. It's an amazing journey. This is the second book that I've been part of that. So looking forward to the next one. Yeah. So I'm out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and I kind of represent two organizations: the Veterans Connection, which is a nonprofit focused on veteran and first responder mental health and suicide prevention programs. And then I also run a social enterprise, which is a spirits and coffee brand that helps fund the nonprofit. And recently I've got involved with some projects also around mental health, bullying, and suicide prevention for children as well. So.
Yeah. And everyone, I want to remark on Eric. He was so excited about the book. He is January 1st in the book. He's our lead off page book, and he got so excited about that. He's like, okay, I'm gonna get 4 more pages and bring my family with me. So he made it a family affair. And so I just wanted to remark on that and say thank you for that, Eric. Thank you for gifting that to your dad, and we appreciate your heart. Yvonne, can I bring you back? Can I bring you up on stage? Is that all right? And we also have the Right Honorable Yvonne Gamble. Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do and where you're located.
Okay. Well, I'm the CEO. My main function is CEO of SanPete Financial Group, and we are a venture capital firm. We are headquartered in Atlanta. We have offices in Dallas and Chicago, and also in La Jolla, California. And what we actually do is provide venture capital funding for our sweet spot is between 50 million and 120 billion. So we help people to get their projects up and off the ground, and we help people who are, already up and running, who want to do new projects, and those who want to go into expansion.
Well, yeah, well, thank you for that. And Atlanta, Georgia, I probably feels a little cool right now, doesn't it?
Just slightly.
Just slightly.
Just slightly. The weather here is pretty tempered. I'm from northern part of the United States, up in Michigan, Chicago area. So this down here we're snowbirds, my husband and I. So we come down here in the summer and when the winter time, and then we're up there in the summer.
Well, thank you
I
for
don't
being
blame
here
you.
as well. Yeah, really. And so Natalie, go ahead and ask the second question.
Yeah, well, I want to tell everyone this.
Yeah.
When I am looking at the book and I'm looking at the categories that would get
Mm,
the ideal readers to, not partner up, but be interested in all the people that we have in the book. Eric, you came to mind with the nonprofits. And so one of our categories that we're standing in number one right now is, let me find it here,
this is
is,
so unfair. I want to see this.
is nonprofits and nonprofit organization and charities. So
Mm.
that's awesome. So that's because of you and a few others, Eric.
That's
So
fantastic.
as you know, I love legacy and talk about legacy a lot, and how we do what we do in the world and why we do creates our legacy. So I'd like everyone to share what or how do you make the world a better place? So let's start with who went last? Eric. Let's start with Eric.
Man, that's a big question. So, my answer has changed through times when people ask me about leaving a legacy, because I've always felt like the last thing I want to do is die and be known as an ordinary person. Like, it's a legacy you leave that really makes a difference. And for me, it's a combination of things. One, through the nonprofit, like saving lives, even one life sold, that creates a legacy for other families that came from that family and that generation. But for me, I feel like legacy is also just helping others live their fullest potential. Like, it's legacy is not about yourself. It's about what you do for others in the world.
Absolutely. The more that you make the impact, the more that you're remembered for that trait or that special thing that you do. So you are no ordinary person, Eric. You're doing amazing things.
Appreciate that.
So, Tawni, how about you?
Wow, what a wonderful question. And I would say for myself, I think first of all, I think the title of this book is perfect for what I want to do. Is that, you know the saying, you can't take it with you, but what I deeply believe is the connections that we make, the impact that we make, that is truly what we can take with us. And that indeed, just what Eric was saying, that is our legacy. So for myself, I think the most important things we have are our relationships, professional, personal, and otherwise. And as well, sometimes we try to see all the challenges that are in the world. But if we reduce that down to just one dialogue, one discussion, one reaching out, that is what, when we see things at that level or act at that level, to me, it sounds so simple, but it's not. It's very profound. And that is how, to me, how I impact other stuff. Or leave my legacy. I think what's important to me, I do have some ideas about nonprofits, but those, I have to turn those from being in here to reality.
Absolutely. But you're so right. It can be the littlest thing, that smiling at a stranger, or, sharing a story, or opening the door for someone. Those little things, being of gratitude and of service to others, makes the world a better place. So we're not only doing it in what we do, but we're doing it in our daily actions. So I love that. So Yvonne, how about you? How do you make the world a better place?
Well, when you work in the field, and the way I do as a venture capitalist, we do infrastructure. So we work in the future. We work in the legacy. We actually help people to design the legacy, to fund it, and to build it. And everything that we do is always 10, 15, 20, 100 years into the future. So it's always about that, creating that legacy. What should it look like? What will it look like? So there's always, that focus, on the future for, what we do. When you're saying you're going to take a venture, you're basically kind of like I'll borrow from a Bugsy Siegel when he went out and he saw the desert there in Las Vegas and the
Right.
tumbleweed, rolling over, and he saw what you currently see today. That's what
Wow.
he saw. That's legacy. So when you're talking about, venture capital, what have you, that's exactly what we do. We go. I am a futurist. I stand on the edge of tomorrow, and I look beyond to what can be. And then I find people like yourselves who have dreams, who dream big dreams, and I help them take their moonshots and I help them make exactly what they want come true.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Good luck following that. Tanya,
Mm,
no
yes,
pressure.
that's great. No, no problem. Bring it down to the humanistic
Right?
way, and echo what what most people have already said today. But I think I had a revelation not too long ago. I did an assessment called the Spark Type, and what came out of it was really what my core, what brings out the best in the work that I do, and it's really to illuminate and inspire others with all the knowledge that I have. And so when I think about that, I think if I can just inspire people with my stories, inspire them that, not to ever give up, to keep going, and that, gratitude and hope have been my companions all my life, through all the tragedies that have gone through, losing a child, losing your stability of work, marriage, all of that. And yet I'm still, inspiring. I'm still going on. So I just feel that the legacy for me is really to nurture that with
Yep.
people and to show kindness, and that can permeate to so many other people. So that's kind of where I'd like to be with that.
Yeah, and you're so right. Sometimes when we look or take our negative experiences, learn from them, and then share them with others, that not only connects you with others, but it helps them go through and see you as a person that if she did it, I can do it too. So, yeah, that is a legacy. That's
Yeah.
a superpower. How
Yeah,
about you, Robert?
it's really interesting because I've learned a lot from reading the books. I actually written a pamphlet on what I've learned, 12 things that I've learned from the series. But I think one of the biggest things is that I have learned is it doesn't start with mindset. It starts with heart set.
Yeah.
And because all the stories start with the energy, and it starts with the challenges, and it starts with the, am I going to pull myself up and get myself through this? Books can't do that. It takes the energy of your heart to do that. And one of the things that I've learned is you have to have your heart set before you can work on your mindset. But if you have your heart set and your mindset set, you can do anything, and you will find those skill sets, and you will persevere, and you will find those greatness because you're using your gifts. And our last question is, why this book, why now, and why, we only have like a minute because we're going to run out of the segment, but I'm going to start with Yvonne. Just
Real
why the
quick,
art of connection, 365 days of gratitude?
because gratitude is it kind of piggybacking on what you said, Robert. Gratitude is of the heart, and that's what you have to have in the good times, in the up times, in the bad times. I had someone to say the heartbeat is actually what moves us, and if you know the heartbeat, it goes up in a peak and it comes down in a valley, and that's how life moves. And you have to have gratitude for when you're up, when everything is going well, you're peaking, and when you're down in the valley. So these 365 days of gratitude will give you exactly that. And then you will connect with others, and you can say, I too, I am not alone. I have a tribe, I have a kinship. In every single one of these pages, you're going to find somebody who resonates with you, some two or three or four or five. So please take the book, read it, commit it to your heart, and move forward in whatever your life endeavors are.
Absolutely. And Tawni.
Wow. I just think when you have gratitude, your life can flow. And just like Yvonne was saying, that, it's inevitable if we're going to live a true life, we will have ups and downs. And the downs are there for a reason. They're inevitable. Sometimes in our society, in our get it quick society, we construct a life around not experiencing the downs. And the downs are some of the most profound learnings we can ever experience. And I think that's really good. It really ends up being the mirror to seeing ourselves. In gratitude, when you can appreciate the difficult things that you've had and know what they gave you, know how they molded you, that's jet fuel, for your life.
I like that.
Absolutely. And Tanya.
Yeah. So for me, gratitude, you hear that often that it's an attitude, but I think it's really the essence of living. It's that secret to finding joy amidst all the hardships that people are going to face. And when that book came out and I saw that it was gratitude and the connections through Howard Brown, it was like, oh my goodness, I need to be there. So thank you. I'm really grateful that I have my piece in there. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Eric, we as I said in the 2 previous segments, you get to be the caboose. You bring us in.
Awesome. So I agree with everybody. Like, it all has to do with what you learn and grow from the challenges in your life. But gratitude also is a big piece. We live in a world of a lot of negativity all around us. And one of my favorite quotes is make positivity louder. Go drown out all that negativity. And it takes people together to do that. And gratitude allows you to drown out that negativity internally. And then you can take that and spread it and drown out the negativity across the world.
I love that, and I think you're so correct. I want to remind everyone the #1 international award-winning book series that's in the Library of Congress, and as Natalie is saying, she gets to watch all these international best-selling #1s come up there. I can't wait to get the logo on there, or the badge. You can go to mybook.to. That's mybook.to/ Art of Connection 4, the number 4, and receive your Kindle. Remember, the book is so big, even Amazon had to give a whole new server. That's why it's $1.99 and not 99 cents. So thank you, everyone, for being a part of the Art of Connection movement. It moves me to move with you, and I love what we're doing together. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
You've been watching the iNetrepreneur Show, a production of the iNetrepreneur Radio Network, with host Robert W. Jones. Join Robert each week as he visits with new and exciting guests who inspire, teach, and mentor entrepreneurs worldwide. Follow Robert each Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, and 8:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.